And there we go. Game number 1 is here, guys. Dexter versus Baby. They are playing on enemy islands for game number 1. And we'll switch colors. We are going to have Baby in the red, so it's a little bit easier to see, especially against the desertic terrain over here in the minimap. Yellow is going to be kind of harsh. So, Dexter's playing Byzantines, Baby's playing Berbers. We're going back to serious casting here. Enough chatter. And this is the round of 32, of course, so it's going to be closer. Now, I'm not really sure what the elo these guys are, what the elos of these guys are. I'm just going to take a look at the Age of Empires website. So for Dexter, and I believe I must be pretty specific to type the name of the players for it to show up on the leaderboard. Nope, I cannot really find Dexter, so it seems like he's either not played ranked games in over 4 weeks, or alternatively, I'm just not able to find him. For Baby, on the other hand, aka Ciskhan, there are a bunch of players. There's a 2K1 player, there is a 1K player, 1900, but I don't think a 1K player would get to this stage of the tournament already, so it's probably either the 1900 or the 2K player that I see on the leaderboard right now. Regardless, this is guaranteed to be at the very least 1900 for Baby and Dexter. We have seen Dexter before, actually, a few times, and I think he's probably above 2K. So this should be pretty good. It's certainly going to be much higher level compared to the previous one. Certainly going to be much closer compared to the previous one. And hopefully it's not going to take too long for us to get some action over here. For civilizations, Dexter's playing with Byzantines and Baby's playing with Berbers. So technically, Baby's got the naval civilization while Dexter's got the defensive civilization. However, Berbers, the only thing that they have going for them in terms of navy is the 10% faster moving ships. Besides that, Berbers are going to be actually more well known for their discount and stable unit cost of 15 and 20% cheaper in the castle and Imperial Ages. We also have 10% faster moving villagers, which can be pretty strong for something like a Trush. And then in addition to that, we also see for Berbers, there we go, for the team bonus they get. Actually, what was it that the Berbers got for the team bonus? Finally, a note on the GRSS. Tolkien used the sign in order to remind English speakers that the E should be pronounced at the end of words, and that combinations such as EA are 2 sounds, not a diphthong. Okay. Ciskhan has achieved quite good rating, 2K2, but at least from what I have seen, he still struggles in tournaments. Maybe he needs more experience as he's only 18. Wow! So the player who's called Baby in game right now is only 18 years old. Well, that's a very fitting name. I'm a bit of a Tolkien nerd. Let me check. I do not really know what Tolkien is. Oh, okay, I see. Thank you. The author of Lord of the Rings. Alright. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. The extent of my knowledge in terms of pronunciation just goes as far as knowing the phonemes for American English. That's about it. But I know I'm gonna have to learn that for speaking German as well, if I have to learn how to speak German, if I do end up moving over to Germany. But anyway, for the time being, we see that Baby's going for walls, We see that Dexter's going for walls as well. Baby's going for walls down the south, and Dexter's going for walls in the east, in the west, and then up in the north, Baby's going to remain open. Although he's going for some walls right now as well. It's taking a little bit longer for him to get the walls up, but ball players should eventually be completely closed off. So say something in German then? Well, when I have to learn German, I'm sure I'll be able to say a lot more. For the time being, all I can say right now is ich hab Brot. Infinity and Melkor are both from Lord of the Rings, if you're not aware. I had no idea, Grump. I would like to see the Lord of the Rings movie at some point. I'm probably going to do it in the next month or so. So I'm in German, you did not as bad as expected. Yeah. Thank you. That's the only thing I know how to say.
Azul.
No problem. Maybe he's going out to the FLH a little bit sooner. He's on 47 workers, so he should be able to get away with going out to the Castle H already. He does have some fishing ships coming out though, so he did not click up on 47 population necessarily, or 47 workers necessarily, so it's not going to be the Castle H that he's going for in the end. So that was my bad. If he had gone up on 47 villagers, and he had clicked up with a working economy of 47 workers already, that would have been a much better position for him, but yeah, the fishing ships, I think he had after clicking up, so he's not really going up anytime soon. And Dexter, on the other hand, it seems like he'll be the one making a play for the Castle Age. And notice also the difference in the approaches over here. Dexter's going for docks kind of far away from his opponent, so he's got docks on the back, both in the east and the west. While Baby, on the other hand, he's gone for forward docks over here. He's got triple docks down south, and they are facing the other island, so he certainly wants to be a lot more aggressive over here. But Dexter, he should be able to get away with this. Going for the docks over here, and the fact that they are so far apart means that he's gonna hold on to the fishing ships for the time being anyway, and eventually he'll end up getting pushed away as Baby's roaming around with the galleys over here. He should be able to get to the back docks from Dexter in the east eventually, but Dexter's already going to be well on his way to the Castle Age, so it seems like the Bull player is getting away with it for the most part. Baby, on the other hand, is kind of struggling. He's got the highest military count, but it's not really getting him much of anything, is it? Dexter's even able to go for a few fire galleys! Oh boy! Nice pick over here though from Dexter. At least you gain 1 sympathy point from me. I'm actually looking forward to next year. I'm not really sure which language I'm going to learn. I guess it's going to be German, but I have not settled on a language just yet. Just yet, anyway. I still have a soft spot for Japanese and potentially Korean, just because I always have curiosity about those cultures, but yeah, I guess it's probably not quite as practical, is it? Not gonna be using it anytime soon. Okay, so it's gonna be here in a minute for Dexter. And Baby, on the other hand, is getting close to having enough resources to click up to the Castle Age himself. He's going for wheelbarrow. After he finishes researching this, he's gonna be well on his way to the Castle Age as well. However, Dexter already has him beat by a lot, well over 2 minutes. So what will we get from Dexter once he gets up though? That's the question. The worker count's a little higher for Baby. If Dexter gets extra TZs from the faster uptime, he's going to have a guaranteed worker lead. And you know, Byzantines, being the civilization they are, which scales really well in the later stages of the game, would actually benefit from having a pretty strong economy and potentially going up to the Imperial Age earlier. So that's something that Dexter could potentially go for, especially as he gets also a discount to go up to the Imperial Age. That'd be nice, but so far he doesn't seem to be particularly interested in going for that. Instead, We see the War Galley upgrade coming up, so it's gonna try to get water control. And yeah, no extra TCs whatsoever. This is not necessarily the way to go. If you are on a water map where you're divided, or you're kind of divided by water, right, from your opponent, then you certainly want to get water control, especially if you can surround your opponent's island. But on this map, you do not need to go for full water control necessarily, because you are already able to start putting pressure with land units alone. But he'll go for it. We'll see if he can get away with it. German is very good if you want to study Western history and philosophy. The only reason I would learn German would be for moving to Germany. I have nothing against Germany, of course, but just the language is not particularly appealing to my ear. If I were to learn something just for pleasure, for learning a language that I think I might enjoy, that would be either Russian, although in this day and age, I don't know, I'm having second thoughts. But the language, I like the way it sounds. Or Japanese. I tried learning Japanese in the past. I completed Duolingo's tree and I remember nothing about it. That was a couple of years back. They have since updated it and it's a lot more comprehensive these days and a lot more useful, but I haven't given it a shot. There's only so many hours in the day, right? For the time being, the only language I'm really working on besides English is JavaScript. Imperial Age is on the way for Dexter. Damn, boy! He did take advantage of the discount, but he's on 2 DCs only. I guess he's just going to make a play for fast fireships, so he is going for full water control in the end. Fast fireships are just so strong, disproportionately strong compared to many of the other upgraded units. Like if you get to the Castle Age and you're up against fuel units, and you go for the War Galley upgrade, you get fire ships versus standard fuel H galleys. The advantage for the fire ships is not going to be anywhere near as strong as the advantage from fast fire ships against Castle Age Navy units. So this should put Dexter in a pretty good spot, but he does need to get the upgrade, and he's going for it. Fast fire ships on the way. Beautiful. Meanwhile, Baby is taking advantage of the fact that he's got no resistance from Dexter on land, and he's going for a castle drop in the east. Nothing on the left-hand side from Baby. Although he's collecting stones still, and he might be able to go for another one over here. But for the time being, it's looking like they are going to trade. Baby probably might end up getting away with water control, with land control on the right-hand side, and seems like Dexter is most likely not going to end up getting away with full water control over here. I mean, take a look at that. It's not even close. The war guns are melted. They are melting away at the past fire ships. I don't think Dexter lost a single fire over here, did he? No. But now he's under pressure, so he might end up getting pushed away from the right-hand side island. This is very interesting. I don't think I have seen a game like this before on this map so far in the tournament, where they trade land for water. The great thing about Dexter's water control is that he's getting chemistry, right? So he's gonna have it in about 40 seconds. Once he finishes researching chemistry, he'll be able to go for Cannon Galleon. Now, Cannon Galleon, they have long range. And Byzantines, they can go for Elite Cannon Galleon even, so if you get the Elite Cannon Galleon, that's going to be over the 16 range from... Is it 16 or 15? I don't recall. I think it's 16. Or was it 15? I think it might be 15, but it's a very long range that Elite Cannon Galleon get to potentially threaten inland fortifications, so he would be able to target the castle most likely. Yeah, I think he would be able to target the castle, and he would be able to reach so deep into the islands that it's going to make it pretty difficult for Baby to do much of anything. So I think the water control play over here is probably better. I think it's probably better for Dexter compared to land control from Baby, but that is assuming that Dexter is able to hold on against the land pressure from Baby and does not crumble to it like he's kind of doing right now. He's getting breached pretty easily. He's not reacted to this on time now that it's a lot of knights coming in from Baby. There you are. Yeah, well, that is not the best reaction for Baby over here. He also ends up taking a lot of damage from the TC. But he might end up taking this one down. He's got more knights coming in with, yeah, 50 knights over here. He'll end up taking the TC down, could potentially go after this one as well. Good thing for Dexter that the Byzantine's buildings get extra HP for free, otherwise that TC will be in a much more precarious position right now. Castle coming out for Baby. This is really good in Dexter. Dexter's got full water control, 22 fast fire ships. He's got cannon galleons coming. He's got bombard cannons coming out. No cannon galleon yet, which I was kind of hoping to see. Beautiful, the castle's coming up. In populations neck and neck. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is by far the most interesting game that I have seen in the tournament, I think, so far. We're just in the round of 32. And that's a lot of villages crumbling right now from Dexter. Yes, sir! He's got the castle on the right-hand side as well. And he's gonna try and prevent the castle from Dexter. I think this might turn in favor of Baby pretty quickly. It does not seem like this castle's coming out whatsoever. The camel archers from Baby are doing a lot of damage over here. And Dexter, once again, has not really taken advantage of his water control. So I thought it was going to be better, but that was assuming that Dexter was able to defend somewhat against Baby on land. And it's not been the case so far. Baby's been able to get away. A lot of damage over here, and that's going to be GG. Dexter calls it right there. This is really good. I was honestly favoring Dexter in this series, and Baby does end up taking game number 1, so assuming that Dexter clutches this up in game number 2, we might get a full series. Otherwise, Baby might actually end up getting away with an upset over here. Let's go through the achievements. For military, we have a nice KD for Baby. It's approaching a 4-to-3 KD ratio, while for economy instead, we have a stronger economy for Baby as well, collecting about 4,000 extra resources, like 4,013 extra resources exactly. Stronger worker count as well, especially towards the end of the game. Surprising probably no one, and it was just going to keep on getting rougher and rougher from this point for Dexter. The fishing ships though, it seemed as if Dexter was in a pretty good spot after getting to the Imperial Age and getting full water control, but he started crumbling right away. Around this time, right, when we saw Baby start going pretty heavily into land units, land military, that's the moment Dexter started kind of crumbling. Let's switch Baby over to the red color once again. And there we are, Bohemians versus Hindustanis. So Hindustanis for Dexter. Fantastic civilization. It gets cheaper villagers. It's going to have also faster attacking camels. Extra armor on gunpowder units and access to caravanserai. Well, for the team bonus, Hindustanis also provide 2 bonus damage from light cavalry, hussar, and camel units against buildings. We take a look at Baby Civilization, the Bohemians instead. They will get extra attack on spearline units, 25% higher bonus damage from spearline units. We also get, in addition to that, access to chemistry and hand cannoneer in the Castle Age, as well as a discount on universities and blacksmiths, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's That's about it for the most part. The team bonus for Bohemians will be... what was the team bonus for Bohemians? What was it? Cannot recall right now. Let me check. Oh, the markets work faster. Right. So blacksmiths and universities are cheaper, yes. And cannoneer chemistry available in the castle age. Oh yeah, fervor and sanctity affecting villagers too, and the mining camp technology is for free. You know, this week I am finishing a course for something that I wanted to utilize for my stream, so perhaps later this month we are finally going to have something that you will be able to see on the stream. From that, we're finally going to get fruits from my labor. Like so many things, it takes such a long time from vision to fruition, so to say. But we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're gonna be there. We're getting to 20 villagers, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for the players to get to the village. Yeah, well done. Not too long though. Perseverance, man, that is what counts. Oh yeah, yeah. Since I started applying a specific system to my workflow about 2 months ago, I've just been making strides. It's incredible. I've seen so much more progress, both in terms of work and in terms of growth, like personal growth, studying. It's been great. It's been great. I have a calendar right now where I mark my progress, I mark my daily activities as well, and I just keep track of everything that I do every day. And it's great. It's just been so consistent. In the last 2 months, I've been able to get a lot. I've been getting to get more progress musically. Well, not really musically, technically, than I was able to get from practicing a full year with my old system. So that's been great. I've been able to, you know, I've had a lot more progress with my studying as well, and with work as well. If you've noticed, my YouTube channel has been active pretty much uninterruptedly for the past month or so. That's because of the new system for sure. Before I was not able to keep up with everything. Not at all. So it's great. Having a still in Dark Age feels like the AOA2 prototypes from 1998. Yeah. You know, I'm not really sure. I know what you're talking about too much. We do not really have a stable over here. Is it the market you're referring to? Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. Think of John Hicks theorizing about a Higgs boson in the early 1960s. Then see it discovered 60 years later and getting a Nobel for it. Right. I don't think I'm going to be getting a Nobel for anything that I'm doing right now anytime soon. Or late into the future, but it's pretty good to see personal progress as well. It's great. It's great. You know, I wake up every day looking forward to the things that I'm going to do in the day that are going to get me closer to my goals. It's fantastic. It's great for motivation. One thing that I have done pretty recently is I started to keep track of completion percentage for certain activities and pursuits. So for instance, I have a course that I'm doing currently. I'm coursing from, it's JavaScript. And it's like 300 lessons or something like that. And I just keep track of the percentage, the completion percentage, because it's not visible on the website. So every day I wake up, I look forward to doing that. I do a couple lessons, and then I update the percentage, and it's so nice to see. One villager down though from Dexter. Sorry about the railing over there. I was just killing some time until we got to the next stage. Right now, baby's in the fuel age, but he does not have the resources to go up to the cast age. He did go up to the fuel age much earlier than you usually see players go for over here. And check this out, baby's going for 2 archer ranges. Peter Hicks, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have caught that, certainly. But yeah, consistency and perseverance. 2 of my favorite things in the world. You can do anything. If you set yourself to that, you can really do anything. It might take you longer than other people, or shorter, but what matters is keeping at it. On double board, you can get 1 to 2 random buildings at the start. House, outpost, barracks, market, university, blacksmith, castle, etc. And also other units. Like 0 to 2 scouts and or militia king, spearman, and skirmisher. Alright. Oh, I guess that is why the players had 4 scouts in the previous set, right? And right now I think we have only 1 scout per TC. So Dexter's got 2 scouts left over here. Baby does not have the scouts anymore. You take a look at the KD and it's 2 to 2. So Baby lost both his scouts. And Dexter's got both his scouts remaining. Nice pressure. Good reaction over here from Dexter as well, the market. Foundations coming in clutch. There we are. We might see 1 villager going down here, perhaps. By the way, Dexter has lost 3 villagers and Baby has killed only 1, so it seems like Dexter might have lost a villager to a boar. Remember as well that after this set we have another one still, so no matter what the result of game number 2 is, we are going to have more games regardless. Ideally, we'll have all 3 games, of course. But Dexter's gotta clutch it up. He is going out to the castle age and he's got more workers right now compared to Baby. So there is that. Baby's certainly struggled to keep the TCs working. And good defense over here. Dexter doesn't have losing yet another villager, but still, he finds himself 2 workers ahead. He has the market foundation. And he'll be completely safe over here in the east anyway. He's already gone as far as to connect both his forts over here, I think. Not quite. This is still open. Needs to go for some palisades around here and ideally around here as well. Try to connect that. There we go. That is a fantastic defensive castle for Dexter as well. He's only now on his way to the castle age. So far, he's been invested pretty heavily into a push that he's not really gotten too much out of. What is the plan over here for Baby? He's got 5 archer ranges. Once he gets to the castle age, he's gonna get access to chemistry. Could potentially make a play for hand cannoneer. Would be very strong in the castle age, of course. But right now, he's gone for a lot of archers, so it's going to be just crossbows for him. And crossbows can be extremely strong for Bohemians anyway because of the access to chemistry. So that's already going to give him 1 extra attack. However, Dexter starts to go for Gulan warriors over here, which are pretty resilient. He's got chainmail armor coming up, and he's just finished researching. And take a look, the Gulams, they're taking 1 damage per shot over here from the archers. And they're coming out pretty quickly. Not fast enough though to overwhelm this crossbowman army. So Dexter needs to mass a few more before he approaches this once again. And ideally he will want to go for a mangonel as well. So if you can get a defensive siege workshop, get a mangonel out and then go and clean these units up as he gets a good surround going with the Gulam and forces these into a choke point or a smaller group. That'd be the best he could do, but he doesn't really have a siege workshop coming up. Not currently, anyway. He doesn't really have the resources. He's been going pretty heavily on farms. There we go. Defensive castle on the left hand side for Dexter. That's gonna be the second one for him. It kind of offsets for all the resources Baby spent into going forward. That's 1300 resources into castles, while Dexter and that spending a lot of wood going for the archer ranges for the actual units as well. So Dexter has spent probably about as many resources defending as Baby has spent trying to go forward and putting pressure. The difference over here, of course, is that Dexter has also managed to get ahead in worker count by quite a lot. So his economy is going to be in a much better spot, much better shape very soon compared to Baby's. And let me take a look at the gather economy time so far. Over 1 hour of extra gather economy time for Dexter. That is incredible. He's got the Gulam going forward though. There's a counter push coming up over here, and check this out. Baby's already realized either that or his spider sense is tingling because he's going for extra walls over here. But check this out, it's open on the left hand side, so here come the Gulams. One villager's going down, the walls stay open. However, Baby's already going for houses over here, trying to protect his economy, and he should be alright. I don't think there's an opening over here to speak of. This being an Eagle-esque type of unit should still allow for Dexter to breach through over here, and here he comes. Baby's not reacting to the pressure from Dexter at all. To be fair, he's got only about 5 villagers over here that it seems he's going to lose. Baby's not paying attention. 3 villagers down already. Make that 4, make that 5. Make that 4 out of 5 villagers dead already, and he's coming over the right hand side right now, and the quick walls do not come up on time from Baby, so Dexter starts doing heaps of damage over here compared to the damage that Baby was able to do earlier with the crosses. Dexter gets away with a lot more, and he does end up taking game number 2, as Baby cannot keep on defending over here. That's going to be the series equalized with a score of 1-1. Let's go through the achievements before jumping into game number 3. So we have a full set. Amazing. Very nice KD for Dexter, better than 4-3. For economy, we have a stronger economy for Dexter as well, about 1600 extra resources. And then for society, I mean, yeah, 32 extra workers for Dexter, completely unscratched economy back home. I mean, he did lose 6 villages, but it's just peanuts compared to Baby. Wait, what the hell happened over here? 72? 16 total villages. Did he delete everything? How on earth is it down to 16 villagers? Oh yeah, he deleted everything. Alright. Oh god. Very good decision to go attacking? Yes. Guys. There we go. Fantastic. Welcome you guys, Dane, to the final game of the series. I think this might be the first full set that we have in the tournament, isn't it? It probably is. Well, taking a look at the civilizations, Dexter's playing with Burgundians. He's gonna get access to equal upgrades one each earlier for a 40% foot discount. In addition to that, he's got 25% higher attack on gunpowder units. Access to Cavalier in the castle each, and the 50% discount on stable upgrades, and for the team bonus. Burgundians are good. Dude, I'm struggling with the team bonus today so much. What was it for Burgundians, actually? So Bohemians was the faster working markets. For Burgundians? Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. It's because I spent 1 week without casting, already forgetting the bonuses. Poles, on the other hand, for Baby, they get the HP regeneration on villagers. As well as the stone miners, which collect 0.5 units of gold per each unit of stone that they get. And then in addition to that, we also get for Poles, for the team bonus damage from Scotland units against archers, which is great. And AR12, thank you so much for the raid. It's appreciated, thank you. I hope you had a great stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, there we go. The team bonus was the relics that generate also food in addition to gold. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and welcome everyone. We are casting right now game number 3 between Dexter and Baby for the round of 32 of Double Cup 3. Over here, hosted by Coyote, Daisy Chain, and Eliar. Big shout out to the guys. Thank you, AR. Appreciate it. I will. I know that much. Oh, Dexter? There we go. He's realized about this. That is kind of rough, though. He's got to go after a straggler bush. Do you call that, by the way? Straggler bush? Or is that supposed to be a straggler tree anyway? Regardless, we'll see both players go out to the field each very soon. Dexter has been able to keep up with villager creation much better, though, compared to Baby, that is. You take a look at the red player, he's gotten close to 2 extra minutes of idle TC time. Now Dexter's kind of catching up. Scanning the board on the left hand. So he was missing a board. Double Arabia is probably the most double TC, the most standard double TC start map, as it's basically just going to be 2 TCs with standard resources around them. Compared to some of the other maps where you have different resource generation, different animals, that kind of stuff, it's very interesting to see. Let me also take a look at the map generation. Oh, but wait a moment though. We might see the villager go down over there. Baby is blocking the vill, and he does end up getting the villager as the board takes her. However, this comes at a cost of vital TC time for Baby, so that was not the best. Well, I do appreciate some nice vill blocking over here. Baby did get it at the cost of extra idle TC time, and now he's actually over 2 minutes behind in idle TC time compared to Dexter. And Dexter is still ahead by 3 villagers, which is just incredible at this stage. Well done. Alright. Also already on the way for Dexter. Okay, so let's take a look at the map generations for both players, because we have a double TC start over here. Poor map generation for one of the players could potentially be more deadly, or deadlier. So we have 4 gold for Dexter. He does have 1 gold on the back. He does have 1 stone over here to the side, but he should be able to collect from this no problem. If we take a look at the north base of his, he's got both 4 golds over here. So this is what I'm talking about, right? If this was the only base for Dexter, that'd be extremely rough. He's got both these TCs, both these golds, sorry, forward, and then he would only have the stone in the back, right? But because on the left hand side he does have 1 back gold over here, it's not anywhere near as bad. Well, if we take a look at Baby on the other hand, he does have a very interesting base over here, actually. First off, 1 goes forward, the other one is not really forward, but it's so far away. However, he's already starting to go for the wall, so he's going to connect this. He's going to be completely safe. Taking a look down south. Well, see, he's got 4 resources. So yeah, in this situation, Baby has actually kind of gotten scammed with the map. He's got both these goals forward, down the south, and then he's got one goal forward up in the north and the other one so far away. However, because of the walls that he's going on the right hand side, he's gonna be fine. Should be able to secure most of the resources. This does not count for cheap, of course, but Dexter has also been going for the walls himself. The difference over here, once again, lays in the fact that Dexter is going up to the fuel age significantly later, so he's got a stronger economy, he's got a higher work account with which to go for these walls. Whilst if you take a look at Baby, Baby is probably just gonna go for pressure. Not really, he doesn't really have any military buildings. Then why did he go up to the fuel age so fast when going for the walls if he was just going to be delayed to the castle age so badly? It seems like Dexter's gotta be in a much better spot now. Nice.
Gotów jestem.
Gotowam jest. Tak.
Yeah, the walls will end up connecting over here for Baby, but Dexter, he's already in a much better position. He'll be on his way to the castle age very soon, and Baby's going up to the castle age somewhat soon as well. He had to utilize the market pretty heavily. Ah, but he was thinking of going for a castle, so he's been collecting stone quite a bit. It makes sense for Pulse every time anyway, even if you're not going for the castle, because you do get gold from your stone. So if you have a few stone miners, you'll be able to eventually go for the castle while still collecting enough resources to go up to the castle age. But he's been collecting pretty heavily,
Witajcie.
so he does have plenty of stone over here. I guess it's not too bad because he can use the market still and sell a little bit of stone for a pretty good price and then go up, right? However, Dexter should be on his way up as well very soon once Baby gets to the castle age. I'm wondering if he's gonna go for the castle right away or not. Let me take a look at the scouting information. I know that Baby knows very much what Dexter's base looks like up in the north, but I don't think he knows too much about the left-hand side base, right? This might be a good location for a forward castle, though, if he gets to the castle age and goes for a forward castle, like over here, for instance, on the hill. That'll be fantastic. He would end up denying this already. The gold, and he would be able to put pressure, potentially get the stables down over here. I don't think there's enough range over here, maybe with Balkan Arrow. And Dexter doesn't really have the means to get a counter castle up. Well, I mean, I guess he could buy the stone, but that'll tank his economy. We'll see a villager going down over here, though. Baby tries to get the quick walls up and cannot do it on time, so that's one villager going down. Dexter still keeps the scouts up. He keeps his 8 villager lead so far. Amazing. Guess they're just here for Baby, so he'll be able to catch up a little bit, just probably by about 1 extra villager, right? So it's still going to be at the very least 7 extra villagers for Dexter. And Baby, he's got the castle coming up fairly defensive over here. It's in front of his base, but definitely not anywhere near Dexter's base. Their stable is coming up as well. .30C is coming up for Dexter as well. Well, Baby's got just 2 stables coming up right now. Cavaliers on the way now for Dexter. The units are significantly cheaper for Baby after he researches Schlachta privileges. However, Dexter's units are going to be stronger because of the extra attack that the Cavalier get, although he will have to pay full price. Only 5 extra villagers for Dexter. That is not a huge lead anymore. However, once he gets the third TC up, if he's able to keep the TCs working and the stables working, that'd be ideal, and the extra TC would allow his economy to grow beyond what's possible for Baby, for instance, so he should be able to pull his lead further. I don't know how much Ciskhan usually walls, but the southern walls of his bases are a bit strange. Over here. No kidding. He's going for stone walls behind the house over here. It's fine, I guess. It probably would have been better for him to try and connect to the cliffs, but I don't know if he knows about it. He doesn't know about it, so I guess that's probably why. But it's open though! What? All the walls he's been going for, he leaves this gaping hole over there. What is that for? 4 villagers going down. At the very least, he managed to get a quick close up over here. But that's already going to extend the villager lead of Dexter further to a 13 villager lead so far. Good defense for Ruby though. He's just finished researching Shlachta privileges, so he's in a position right now where he'll be paying a lot less gold for the knights. Should be able to start the spam, or to get the spam going. However, Dexter has been producing units since earlier, has been producing units more heavily. He's got 4 stables, as a matter of fact, he's producing from, and has gotten a much stronger army right now. Not only in terms of numbers, but also in terms of units. The Cavalier over here is so much stronger. Not only has he gotten the Cavalier upgrade, which makes these get 12 base attack compared to the 10 the Knights get, but he's also gone for forging, so even if Baby went for iron casting, the Cavalier from Dexter are just stronger than the Knights from Baby can ever get in the Castle Age. Eventually, if Dexter ends up going for iron casting, that's going to be ideal, of course. Bring the Cavalier up to 14 attack. This has been so far a series to remember for sure. There we go. Baby's walls are pretty intense. He gets breached over here. Oh, it's overtop! It's overtop! Does Dexter know? He's got no idea. He's not using the units too much because he's got a react up in the north. Baby's going for the counter strike. He's starting to produce knights pretty heavily himself right now. He's got 3 stables producing knights. Over time, probably end up getting cleaned up over here. And there we go. Now, Dexter realized about this. He's getting a monk down. He has lost 1 Cavalier to the conversion. So that is not a worthy trade for Dexter. And Baby does realize about the wall, so he gets the houses up. Meanwhile, there's the counter raid coming up on the right hand side from Dexter. Yeah, and he was able to stabilize back home. Now he's 27 workers ahead compared to Baby. He's got over twice the military count, and still the Cavalier being as strong as they are in the castle, it's just giving Dexter such a lead over here. It's fantastic. Check this out. On the left hand side, even if Baby manages to break through the palisades, there's already stone walls behind this. He knows about it already. And then on the right hand side, and Dexter's army is scary. Scary strong. 22 Cavalier versus 15 Knights. Now production is kicking up for Baby as well. He's got 5 stables producing, meanwhile Dexter's producing from only 4. And he's got Iron Casting coming up. So that's already going to make these Cavalier the best they can be in the Castle Age. He's going for the counter-strike though, ignoring the Cavalier. I guess he's probably confident in his... What? What happened over here? Probably tried to delete something else. I guess he's probably feeling confident in his walls to hold on against Dexter's army to go for the counter-strike over here. To be able to get the gate down. Dexter is gonna have to wall behind the palisades over here. He's going for it. He's getting the walls up just in time. Yeah, but it's open. It's not open. It's not open, and Dexter's bringing all the Cavalier back. So a big engagement is gonna take place over here. Dexter's castle is coming up. So not only will his units be stronger compared to Baby, but also he's going to have fortification to reinforce his army with as well. However, in the end, Baby does manage to come in with a few knights over here. It's not too many, just 7. And he does end up losing a bunch of the knights, Dexter's Cavaliers. So we have 33 knights from Baby and about 49 Cavalier from Dexter. In this position, Baby cannot really go for much of anything else. He's just got to keep on going for knights over here and hope that he'll be able to get to higher numbers compared to Dexter, but it's looking pretty rough. Dexter's on 57 Cavalier. He's got 13 queued up and he's already gotten to 200 population. The problem for Baby is, let's say he went for pikes, that wouldn't really do too much because we have Cavalier already from Dexter. They are higher attack and they're going to take care of pikes, no problem. So it's just knights versus knights. I guess he could make a play for monks, but it'll be so difficult for him to make that work against the sheer amount of units Dexter's got to work with. We have over 50 Cavalier over here. You will need perfect monk micro and a bunch of conversions for that to eventually be worth it, and it's just too difficult to pull off. And Baby is just gonna try to make the knight play work, I guess, but with Dexter already in 200 population, it seems like Baby's chances are kind of running out over here. A little bit of a shimmer and light over here for Baby in this game. To be fair, he does have a lot more population space to go for knights though. If you take a look at Dexter, Dexter's going up to the Imperial Age, so we're gonna see Paladin coming out soon. But yeah, he can't go for too many extra Cavalier over here anymore. Once he gets to 200 population once again, that's about it. And Baby's got a lot less villagers, so he can go for a lot more knights. However, the engagement is taking place right now, and the Cavalier should be coming out on top. We have 41 versus 40. Yeah, amazing fight over there. There you go. We have Paladin on the way now that Dexter's got into the Imperial Age, and Baby does. Understandably tries to get an engagement over here before the upgrade hits in. However, Dexter, he doesn't really have an incentive to take the engagement right now because he can just wait. Plus, even if he were to take the engagement currently, his units are still stronger compared to Baby's. Plus, he's got a castle over here, and he should be able to keep on going for plenty of extra Cavaliers. Got 25 gold miners, so it's not a big problem for him. I do appreciate Dexter sending a small group of Cavalier forward to try and keep the raids going and not just focus on keeping everything in a single spot to defend himself with. But that is not a particularly close engagement though! We play Bard and Armor. Dexter is much more confident in taking the engagement over here, and Baby's getting completely clapped. He's got 9 stables producing knights over time, but Baby's population is so much lower compared to Dexter. This is certainly looking like the final nail in the coffin. Well, the Paladin upgrade is going to be the final nail in the coffin. If it's not it, well, Blast Furnace is going to be it, given these units 2 extra attack. That's going to be so much stronger compared to anything that Baby's got access to, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Baby call the GG as soon as we get Paladin over here. So we have the Paladin upgraded now. Baby's gonna start pumping some pikemen. Well, guess what? Pikemen do not do crap. They do nothing about the Paladin, so he calls it GG. And Dexter does end up clutching this up with a mini reverse sweep against Baby. He does end up moving on to the round of 16. The single elimination round of 16 from Double Cup 3. Baby, on the other hand, gets knocked out, but that was a great series. The best series in the tournament so far, in my opinion. Let's go through the achievements then. See a very nice KD for Dexter. Getting very close to 2-1 KD. We have a much stronger economy for him as well, collecting close to 10,000 extra resources. Going up faster to the Imperial Age, and he was not that much later to the field in Castle Ages either. Society, much stronger for Dexter. Not even close, 143 to 114 villager max count for Dexter and Baby. Well done.